Okay, so most of us feel like we should own one of these, or this is totally okay to use. And there are a couple instances where this kind of tool is appropriate to use. So for anybody who doesn't know, it looks like this. And the problem with this is that these blades are incredibly sharp. And it is very, very easy to take away live skin. So this is why I don't recommend them. And here's what we're going to get into of like, really, where is the cuticle? Okay, this is the big thing. So this is our beloved James, one of our team members. And although he has his hands in oil all the time, a lot of times they look like this. So, you know, guys, they just don't take care of their nails as much. But thank you, James, for giving me this awesome example of where is the cuticle. And most people are going to think, they're going to think that this is the cuticle and that's what we cut. Well, it's not the cuticle. So let me go to the next one. So we're going to zoom in here a little bit. This actually is the cuticle. It's the dead skin on the nail plate. So this is the part that if you wear nail polish, this is the part that needs to go away. Because as we all know, if you get nail polish on your skin, it doesn't stick. You get in the shower and then it comes off. So a lot of people think that wait, let me go back. I want that, and then I wanted to go with red. So a lot of people think that this is the cuticle, and this is actually called this area. So a lot of people look at this and they're like, oh, we shouldn't have that. Well, I hate to tell you, but those are my nails and those are incredibly healthy. And the reason is because this skin right here is a required guardian seal to keep germs and bacteria out of the nail matrix. Now, what we see and what we're seeing a lot now is, okay, you go in for a manicure and they use these bits, and I'll show you those in a second. And what they do is they clean off all of this dry, dead skin by using these very fine bits. And they dig underneath it, and so they end up creating this gap like this, all for this perfect look here. Well, what happens when you lift this skin, which is the keratinized proximal nail fold, a very, very required guardian seal, you are opening up this area to germs and bacteria. Okay, so these are the kinds of bits that they're using, and these bits spin up to 3,500 revolutions per minute. It's insane. It's just, yeah, no, don't. You don't want that. These bits can be really, really helpful when filing down hard product, but they shouldn't be used on your skin unless, now, removing skin with tools like that is, in the United States, is considered a medical procedure. So you need an esthetician license in order to do it here in the United States. Other countries, different. I don't know what their rules are. But unfortunately, we've got free access to anything we want in the world practically. And so people who are not trained with certain products, like the electronic file, are using them inappropriately because they're not getting the proper training. So when this skin here is lifted up at the salon, then it's all dry and it's sticking up and they want to get rid of it. Well, what really needs to happen is that this skin needs to be carefully pushed back to keep it nice and tight. Okay, so you push this skin back and then you keep it moisturized with oil, and that's what keeps it looking nice. Okay, my biggest concern with the popularity of the Russian manicure is this feeling of perfection over true health. And And we really need to learn what, and that's why I'm going to talk tomorrow about the different parts, the anatomy of the nail, and which parts are okay to remove and which parts you really need to keep. Okay, so we really need to start looking at these pictures that are, it started in Russia, and that's why we call it the Russian manicure. And it was actually done as a way from the salespeople who sell the electronic files and the bits to say that this was a safer way to remove product and also dead skin than cuticle nippers. Well, no, you shouldn't be removing that skin with cuticle nippers or electronic files. So we need to start getting to the point where what is the look of beauty? I mean, what is beautiful? You know, in the 70s, it was Twiggy and this super skinny model. And now we're finally, however many decades later, we're now starting to see mannequins that are like normal woman size, not super skinny. So, and that's because we've insisted that beauty looks different. Okay. All right. So the truth, the facts are that healthy nails require that keratinized proximal nail fold. So these are my nails, and they don't look like, if you look at some of the pictures and you'll see that this whole area here is red and inflamed and swollen. Okay. And that gals, when they do this, they actually starting to use filters to get rid of the redness so that you don't see it. But you can tell because they don't have a nice little band of skin. You want that keratinized proximal nail fold. And keratinized just means extra keratin cells. It's been built up. So it's basically just calluses. Okay? It's just calloused skin. And the reason it becomes calloused is because we're shoving our hands in pockets and our hands rub against things all the time. And so this skin is actually supposed to be pushed back and nice and tight. Okay? We want that. So, okay. Next myth. Oh, wait. So last thing is, if we're going to really talk about the cuticle, which I will talk about more over the next week, is that the cuticle is just the dead skin on the nail plate. Okay, and if we want to remove it, it has to be gently scraped off. Okay, there's a process for removing the cuticle properly without doing damage to your nail plate. But so the myth that we're busting is that you should cut your cuticles, and the truth is it's physically impossible to cut the cuticle. It has to be scraped.